Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. This is Lisa Marie Pepe coming to you live, and I've got a very important message for all of you beautiful souls who are tuning into this or who will be watching it later. And that message is this: your self-worth is not defined by a number. Let me repeat that. Your self-worth is not determined by a number. And one of the reasons why I'm so incredibly passionate and I get incredibly frustrated when I hear people talk about charge your worth, charge what you're worth, right? And for me, the way that I see people, I don't believe we can put a dollar amount on a person's life, okay? On a human being. For me, that just goes against everything that I have ever grown up to believe or have even, studied in my own spiritual practices. In my eyes, all people are priceless, right? They're all creations of God and they're all priceless. So again, charge what you're worth. Well, if you're priceless, then you can't really charge for it. However, you can charge for the value of your services. That is completely different. And the reason why I wanted to point this out and to actually differentiate between the two is because so many people tied their self-worth into how much money they're making, the numbers in their checking account, the number, on their PayPal account, the number on their scale. Okay, how many people do this? And it's not just women. I know there's men too. How many people judge their self-worth based on a number on a scale, right? Go to the doctors, you might get weighed, and you look at the scale and you go, oh my God, I can't believe what I weigh, right? And you walk away feeling worse. How many people feel badly because they don't have a lot of followers on their profile or on their social media channels, right? Again, numbers. And this is really something that I feel like we just need to talk about more, because there are far too many people walking around feeling sad, feeling defeated, feeling like they are not good enough because the number, right? Whatever number, is an indicator for them, okay? Whether that's the number on their paycheck, whether that's the number on their bank account, whether that's the number of followers on their social media profiles, whether that's the number of people on their email list, whether that's the number on a scale when they're getting weighed, okay? And quite frankly, it's all BS. It totally is, because here's the thing. Numbers are always going to fluctuate. And if you tie your self-worth into that number, whatever it is, whether that's the number on the scale, the number in the paycheck, when those numbers fluctuate, because they do, that's just the nature of numbers, when they fluctuate, okay, you're either going to feel really, really great about yourself or really, really shitty about yourself. And that is not a way to live. It is not a way to be. It is not a way to live your life. Because if you do that, you are constantly going to be in this never-ending looping circle of, I have lots of money, I have no money, I feel bad. I have lots of money, I feel great. I have no money, I feel bad. Or I've got a ton of followers on my Facebook page and my email list, or Some of those people dropped off and my numbers aren't as high. Or they're back up again. I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel good about me. Mm, I don't feel so good about me because they dropped again. If you want to look at it from a weight perspective, you get on the scale, maybe you're a few pounds overweight, okay? And so you don't feel great about that. Maybe you try a diet, you do a cleanse or something, you get on, the numbers look better to you. You feel great, right? You're gonna go out and buy a new outfit, you feel awesome. And then 2 months go by and you get back on the scale, and the number's a little bit on the higher end again. How do you feel? Crappy, right? This is the conditioning we have grown up with because by and large, our society is very statistic oriented, right? Like we want to see numbers, we want to see cold, hard facts, and when you're talking about self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence, none of those things can be objectified into numbers. Okay, they just can't be. Your self-worth has nothing to do with the amount of money in your checking account, the amount of money you owe to a creditor, or maybe you have a couple of loans you need to pay on. You're not that. You are so much more than that. Like I said, you're not the number on the scale. You're not the number on a piece of paper. Yes, you can charge the value of your services, or you can get paid well if you're working in a job for an employer based on the performance of the services you're providing to that employer. But it is not, please don't confuse, it is not the same thing as your self-worth. And I see this repeatedly over and over and over again. I speak with women on the phone who are feeling horrible about themselves because maybe they lost a job, or maybe their business isn't, skyrocketing and they're not making six figures a month. And they feel horrible. They feel horrible. And I want to alleviate that kind of suffering in the world. That's who I am as a person. I don't want anyone to walk around feeling like they are not good enough simply because the numbers aren't right, whatever that means, right? And I know we have a few people on live. So hi, Brian. Hi, Hi, Chandra. Hello to all of you beautiful people. I love you. And anybody that will catch the replay, I love you as well. But yeah, we're just talking about sheer numbers here. Stop equating your self-worth with numbers. They are always going to fluctuate. And you, if you define yourself by them, will always be in a fluctuating state as well. And the whole thing about self-confidence and assuredness and self-esteem and self-worth is that that does not change, right? When you really truly discover how beautiful and amazing and absolutely outstanding you are, and that there is nobody on the face of the planet that can take your place, when you're able to finally take that in as truth and you realize that nothing else can define you except for the fact that you are this incredible being, then you will find the meaning of true happiness, sustainable success, sustainable self-confidence, sustainable self-worth. Okay, so I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is something I feel like we all need to talk about because, again, we are in a number-driven society. Basically, anybody who has access to this video right now, whether you're watching from the US or Canada or Europe or Asia or Africa, basically, if you can see this video, I guarantee that your entire society is built on numbers, right? We're in a big capitalistic society here in the US, right? It's all about numbers, 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 numbers. Either you perform or you get fired. If you're a professional athlete, you get paid millions of dollars. If you suck, they're going to get rid of you because, well, you're not worth the money, right? So I can go on and on about this stuff, but I really, really am fired up about it because I'm seeing far too many people, especially the women that I work with, who are defining themselves by numbers. And yes, well, it's great to, look in your checking account and see a positive balance. Yeah, that feels great. But again, that number can fluctuate. Okay. One day an emergency happens and you got to empty out whatever you were saving up. I don't want you to walk away feeling like less than a person because of that. Okay. So please, please, just if you heard nothing else except that, just know that you are so much more than the numbers that you see on a scale, on a checkbook, on a bank statement. You are so much more than that, so much more. And I want you to take that in as absolute truth, because that is the essence of who you are. You are priceless. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay. Thank you so much to all of you that have tuned in to watch. I love you guys and I'm always here for you. Please let me know how you feel about this topic or what your thoughts are as you're watching this. Okay. Much love. Be well. And as always, just be good to yourself. Okay. Love you guys.